This feels a little excessive. I knew it was going to be bad. How I do my French tips. Take the edges down the edge of my nail. It's so comfy. Don't know how we ever cope. Penny the Peloton, foreshadowing of how my fitness journey is going to go. I'm out. This looks so cool. I'm a bit nervous. Oh my god. I make myself cringe. Hello my little sugar plum fairy daffodil doodle popsies. How's that for an intro for you for this weekly vlog? How are we all? I hope you're all good. Hope you're having a lovely week, a lovely Sunday. I feel looking a little bit scary when I look in the viewfinder today. This morning while I was getting ready, I've rediscovered my love for Tana Mojo, and that has manifested itself in lip liner. I never really use lip liner. In fact, the only one that I've used for probably maybe like the past 6 months are the ones that are like the lip stains. So this one, I got this one I think on TikTok. What brand is this? I don't actually know. Oh, Sashu. That's my favourite one, and I've also got the Wonder Skin in the shade Whimsical. I don't think this is my colour though, I'll be totally honest. It's from Maybelline. It's called the Lifter Liner and it's in the shade 03 Player. Yesterday I couldn't even think straight. It was 35 degrees yesterday. Insane. But it's cooled down a little bit today, so I thought let's finally start the vlog. My mum and dad have lent us this aircon unit because they don't use it, so they've given it to us for the summer. It was actually at my dad's office, so I had to give it a good thorough clean because it's a little bit grubby, but it does the job. And I honestly don't know how we ever coped without an air conditioning unit. It's not that hot today, so obviously it's not on right now. But it made me think to myself, I'm definitely going to invest in one for next summer. So I had a look on Amazon. Tell me why they're like £400, please. That's so expensive. I don't know if it's just because it's summer right now and we're having a heat wave that they're that expensive, but hopefully when it cools down a bit, they'll go down in price, and then I'm going to grab one for next year so my mum and dad can have this one back. But yeah, the fact that it makes this room 16 degrees in like 5 minutes is insane. Me and Josh probably could have coped with the heat, to be fair, but watching Sunny being so hot and panting, even with a cool vest and a cool mat at night time, I just felt so sorry for her. So she's been absolutely loving the aircon. I never thought I'd say this because I'm such a summer person. I absolutely love the sun, love the heat, but yesterday 34, 35 degrees was just too much, and today it's dropped right down to 22, and it actually rained quite a lot this morning and it felt like a breath of fresh air. But you know, you're getting old when the first thing I think if it rains is, oh, that's good for the garden. Oh my god, I make myself cringe. I don't think I'd even describe myself as a wise head on young shoulders. I am just a grandma, well and truly before my time. But my flowers are thriving, so I'm happy about that. I don't know if you can see my flowers from here, but they're looking very, very happy. The reflection's kind of throwing it off because I've just hung out all this fresh washing. I've done a little colour wash load this morning, mostly because Sunny's little cool vest needed washing, to be honest. And the harness too, it was looking a bit grubby. One good thing that did happen yesterday though, even in the 30-degree heat, was we had such an unbelievably delicious dinner. I have spoken recently about how I am trying to eat a little bit better right now and just be more aware of what I'm eating and what I'm putting into my body. Especially when the weather's nice, I feel even more motivated to do so. And this little section of the vlog is very kindly sponsored by HelloFresh. The team have given me a discount code for you guys. So when you use the code FABHANNAH, you'll get 50% off your first box, 20% off your next 4 boxes, and free desserts for life. The recipe we had last night, I think, is one of my favourites that we've ever had. It was the halloumi chicken fajitas and cheesy nachos with chipotle sour cream, smashed avocado, and a tomato salsa salad. Out of all the categories you can choose from the HelloFresh recipes, we normally go for, I would say, a quick cook recipe, but there's also a low calorie section which has so many good options. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm no Gordon Ramsay, but with the recipe cards, it just makes it so easy to cook HelloFresh's fresh summer meals, and there's no waste, which is always a bonus. We have 3 HelloFresh meals a week in our box, and it means that we never overspend on the food shop anymore. And honestly, our tiny little food bin, I think we only empty it like once a week, so we have a very minimal amount of waste in this house, which is obviously great. If you have a summer holiday booked, first of all, very jealous, but second of all, never fear, because you can actually pause your HelloFresh subscription for however many weeks you're away and then have it automatically restart when you get home. It's a really flexible service, so you can also cancel or change your address at any time. So if you do want to try out HelloFresh, you are in the right place, my friend, because I've got such a good offer for you, and it means that the meals start from just £1.62 per person. So you can either scan the QR code that's on screen, or if you use the code FABHANNAH at the HelloFresh checkout, you'll get 50% off your first box, 20% off your next 4 boxes and free desserts for life. And they're the posh ones. Thank you to HelloFresh for very kindly sponsoring this vlog and just generally for making meal times easier when it's so hot outside a girl can't even think straight, let alone decide what to cook for dinner. Ignore my bed sheets drying in the background, but I just this second had an Amazon parcel arrive, and this is something that I don't know why we haven't bought this yet. People have been telling me online and in my real life to get one of these for like a year now. Since we moved in and I've vlogged our food shops and stuff, we have finally bought a Brita water filter. Because one thing about me, I'm not drinking tap water straight out of the tap. Call me a snob, that's absolutely fine. I just think where we live in Essex, right near London, surely that tap water is not clean. I mean, technically it probably is. But in my mind it's giving limescale, it's giving disgusting. And I feel like you can taste the difference. So I've always drank bottled water, literally for years and years and years. And then it wasn't until last weekend my friend said to me, Ham, why don't you just get a water filter instead of always buying bottled water? And I thought, do you know what? I actually do need to. Oh, why does it come with, hang on a minute, stop it. This feels a little excessive for a water jug. I'll leave a link down below to the one that I ordered, but I think it's called like the Brita Marella or something like that. Wow, she looks like a water jug. I did actually want the blue one, but apparently that one doesn't fit in the fridge door, and that's kind of essential for us. Why don't I understand these instructions? Look at them. Why is there so much happening here? I'm ever so slightly confused. Hang on. I will be back when the jug is full. I don't really know what I was expecting, but for some reason it wasn't this. So I've put the water in the top and it's like weeing out the bottom. My brain just didn't compute that that's how a water filter worked. I thought it was kind of the other way round, that you fill up the jug and then when you pour it, it goes through a filter. Do you know what I mean? That's kind of cool though. Have I done it wrong? Honestly, these instructions, I feel like they've made them so much more complex than they needed to be. Don't get me started on what this little thing is. I have no idea. I think it tells you when it's ready or when it needs to be replaced. Who knows, honestly, at this point. Why did I get such a complex one? I thought this one was like going to be really easy. I just got it because it fits in the fridge door, to be honest. Hello everyone. You want to sit at the window and bark at all the cats and the people that go past. Good morning, it's now Thursday. I've just got ready and I realised I would be doing you a disservice if I didn't share this. This stuff is the best dry shampoo ever. I still haven't washed my hair. Ignore my nails, by the way, I'm going to sort that out later. Yeah, I probably should have washed it last night, but I don't have any plans to like leave the house today, so I thought, what is the point? I'm going to do it tonight instead. This is the Living Proof Advanced Clean Dry Shampoo. Not going to lie, it's a little bit spenny, but a little bit goes a long way. But yeah, this is my hair before. Look at it. You could almost fry an egg on that. It's not horrendously bad, but definitely overdue a wash. And then after a quick little spritz and a little rub. Honestly, I've never used a dry shampoo before that makes my hair feel clean. It feels like it's actually cleaned it. Like if I sprayed it at the back as well, I could actually have my hair down today, and that's unheard of for me if my hair needs washing. But it's so hot, I am going to put my hair up. Another hair related thing that I'm obsessed with at the minute is these claw clips. I think they're sold on Shein as well, and they're marketed as like a flat claw clip, so it's more comfortable when you're in the car and stuff. I thought it was going to be a bit of a scam, but it was £3 for 4 of them, and I thought, I might as well. It also meant that I got free delivery on TikTok. I can't remember what else I was buying, something else. And if I added these, I got the free delivery. So I thought, let's give them a try. Absolutely game changing. It's unbelievable. When my hair's greasy, I prefer like the slick back kind of claw clip. If it's freshly washed, then I prefer like a messy kind of style. I literally just put it in like that. Still has like some bits poking out sometimes, but it's like flat against the back of my head. It's so comfy. If you see these come up as a TikTok ad or a Shein ad or anything, they are worth it. They're so good. I think it's been a little while since I did a garage update and there's been some changes. So I think the last time I showed you this was when I just picked up the Peloton. And the Peloton was in the garage. We did manage to get it in, but it was kind of like squished against everything else. So a couple of days after that, my dad came round and Josh and my dad together took down one of the shelving units. We cleared the space and this is what it looks like now. I'm so happy with this progress. Don't get me wrong, there's still a lot more to do. I can't even remember if I filmed this Maybe I have. I'll make it brief in case I've already shown you. But this is what the garage is now looking like. So there used to be one of these shelving units along this wall as well. And it was full of just loads of bits that me and Josh needed to get rid of. There was so much rubbish here. My dad literally filled his van with all the rubbish from the renovation and stuff, from old bits of the kitchen, old bits of wood. There was just loads of it piled up. And the Peloton was this way, but it means that we've now got space to put the Peloton facing this way. The plan is to have, I think Josh wants a bench press or something like that. I want to do the flooring, have this screeded and put down some, you know, like those mats that look like a puzzle piece. I'll put a picture on screen. That's the flooring we want to put all through the garage. My brother actually runs a business as well, and they recently took up loads of that flooring and he's just got it spare, so he said I can have that, which is very helpful. So the flooring, not going to be too much of a problem. I've mentioned before, but we want to get the ceiling plastered in here, and then I'm thinking I might even paint the walls, you know. If this was your garage slash gym, would you paint them black or white? Please let me know in the comments down below. I think I'm leaning towards white just to keep it feeling bigger, because it's quite a small garage. Well, it's not small, it's not tiny, but I don't want it to be super dark, I don't think. Black would be easier because it would cover up like all the marks. White would take a few coats. Also, I don't know who loves Emma. I Love Emma has been painted on there. There's also a West Ham Hammers sign that we didn't know about. But yeah, once the ceiling and the floor are done, I've got two big mirrors that are still at my parents' house that we can bring and put against this wall. So then yeah, the Peloton can face that way, the bench press can go here. We'll probably move the Peloton down this way a little bit. I just haven't moved it yet because basically I cleaned all this floor and this bit was still drying, so we just put it here for now. But getting onto it, that's why I haven't used the Peloton yet, because all of that was being done and I wanted to sweep all the floor. I still want to bring my mum and dad's industrial hoover around and hoover up in the ceiling, because oh my god, looking in every crevice, look at the spider webs, it is a bit scary. But now the Peloton's in place, I'm going to plug it in and use it for the first time today, which I'm very excited about actually. I've decided I'm going to give it a bit of a clean, not because it's filthy, but it's just a little bit dusty. The people I bought it from on Facebook Marketplace, to be fair, said they haven't used it for like 6 months at least, and it had just become a place to hang up their washing, so she's not in her best condition. So I've just got a little bit of soapy water, just fairy liquid, and a little sponge. I'm going to give it all a little wipe over before I do anything else. I'm also going to use a little bit of this M&S multi-surface spray on the handles and probably on the screen a little bit as well. Just because this is like antibacterial, antiviral, and it smells incredible. Penny the Peloton, she's good as new now. Look, not a speck of dust to be seen anywhere. I am pretty happy with that. It did come with a little package. It comes with like all the spanners and stuff so that you can tighten things. I do think I need to tilt this screen, but it feels pretty solid, so I think I've got to unscrew one of these bolts or something so that I can tilt it a bit more. But I'm going to plug it in for the first time and set it up now so that later on tonight it's all ready to go. How exciting! I mean, I haven't got the best view right now, but that doesn't matter. One day this wall will be painted, there'll be a mirror up there, and I can get my cycling on. I mean, I don't think I'm going to get very far. At least I'm moving. Not off to a good start. Trying to find the on button, then realised it's not switched on at the wall. If this is foreshadowing of how my fitness journey is going to go, I'm out. I'm clocking out. I'm going to have to Google how to turn it on. How embarrassing. I've done it by accident as well. Here she goes. She's started up. Might as well take a seat while I'm doing this. Okay, I've just used the book. Everything in here tells you like what height the seat should be, the distance that it should be from the handlebars, how high up the handlebars should be. I've tilted the screen. So technically the bike is all ready to go. I've also just made an account and I've signed in, and this is what it looks like. This looks so cool. So basically, if you've never seen a Peloton before, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I barely had before I got this. I've just learned about this on TikTok, to be honest, before I bought this. You can like get to know which instructor you like the best, and then down here, this is literally the first time I'm exploring this as well, we've got programs. So 1 week, 9 classes, so you can do like a course pretty much, or you can do different classes. I'm guessing these are the ones that I'm going to want to do. I'm not really sure. I mean, I'm still figuring it out. 30-minute songs of summer ride, low impact ride. I just want like beginner ones. Experiences. What's in this? Oh, you can do like a scenic ride. That's so cute. You can do a ride in Dublin, in the Algarve. Himalayan ride, Utah. I wonder if they've got Southend. They have got London. I'm actually quite interested to do that. That sounds quite cool. Literally like 30-minute rides as well. And then in entertainment, oh my god, no way. You can like sit and watch YouTube while you're doing it. That is so cool. I don't think I'm actually going to do that though. I think I want to do like a class. And then you can schedule different things. Oh, look, you can see the instructors that have like, it's pretty much like a YouTube channel. So you can go through and watch their videos. But then they also do like live classes. So at 5 o'clock tonight, Emma is going to be doing the 30-minute top songs of summer. You can go through and see like what classes there are on Saturdays, Sundays. Isn't that so good? I'm honestly well excited about this. But yeah, I think I want to start with the classes. Live classes, not for me right now. I don't think I'm going to be able to breathe even from like a beginner ride, first of all. 30-minute 2000s ride, that sounds a bit of me. And her name's Leanne, and that's my best mate's name. But it's not even just cycling. Oh my god, notoriously hard. That's not the one for me. You can go along, you can do like yoga and stuff. So I have seen some people put brackets. Hang on, let me climb off it. You can like put this screen on a bracket at the back here, take it off and then spin it round, which is what the more expensive Pelotons do. But then if I was finding that I did want to do a yoga class, I could get one of the brackets on Amazon, spin the screen round, get a little mat for down here and do like some yoga and stuff. But that's something to think about for another day. There's meditation as well. I mean, I don't really think this room is giving meditation vibes. But if you have one of these like in your lounge, that would be so cool. No way. You can like get to know which instructor you like the best. I might have to try Hannah just because. If anyone's got any instructor recommendations, you can choose it by the length. You could literally just do like 10 minutes. That's so good, isn't it? The music. Oh, let's choose pop music. What music have we got here then? I'll do one later and I'll show you it, but this is so cool. I'm already really happy with this. I'm not going to lie though. Peloton subscription is £40 a month, but Josh is also going to use this. So we're going to do it from the joint account, £20 a month. But if we find we're not using the subscription that much, you can just get free workouts on YouTube. So it's really good that you can actually get YouTube up on here. I could just type in like 20-minute Peloton workout and do it that way. I'm sure there's people with YouTube channels that do pretty much the same thing the instructors do. Yeah, I'll show you when I do my workout later, my first workout. I'm a bit nervous, I'm not gonna lie, because I am so unfit. My stamina, literally below the level of 0. And on that note, I'm gonna go and make some lunch because I'm hungry. I've just finished my lunch. I had a ham salad bagel with a packet of sweet chili Snacker Jacks. If you haven't tried them, they are unbelievable. And I'm now gonna redo my nails. I would normally do this in the evening as like a little sit down, relaxing bit of me time, but I wanna show you exactly how I do my French tips because quite a lot of people have asked recently. And you can tell that I rushed them when I did them. It wasn't even long ago, less than a week ago, because they haven't lasted well. And normally they last really well, but I just didn't have time to prep them and everything. So this is what they look like currently. Definitely not their best, especially this one. This nail broke, so I'm going to have to like square that off again. And I think I'm just going to redo all of the white tips, to be honest, and I'll show you exactly how I do it. I don't need to do my infills just yet. I mean, they're not looking great. I might file down the top, just take a bit of length off and then put the white tip on, but I thought I'd show you exactly how I do it. So the first thing I'm going to do is literally file off the top and just take that very top layer off, because basically the pinky bit is biab and then the white tip is just the gel polish. So I'm just going to file off the gel polish on the top, take a bit of length off, and then I will update you because you can see like my thumbnail. That's quite long now, so I'm going to take it right back so they'll last another couple of weeks. I'd say I do my nails like every 3 weeks or so. The key for me is keeping them quite short so that when they grow out, they're not so long that they break easily. Also, these nail files are the best ones I found. They're from Amazon and they're quite strong for a nail file. I've just been watching Kendall Ray's new video while I do this. It's called She Called 911 Mid-Abduction and They Didn't Save Her. It's a really interesting case actually, but really sad. I'm such a true crime girly, if you didn't know that already. Pretty much all I listen to is true crime, with a few occasional podcasts thrown in there too. Anyway, I have filed down my nails, so this is what they're looking like. I've been really enjoying having short square nails recently, so I filed them down. You could imagine that I've just done the biab, just finished that bit, or you could just I don't know, paint a base colour. This is the gel polish I use. It's from Blue Sky. I'm going to use the base coat and literally just put that all over my nails and then use my LED lamp and cure it for 60 seconds. This bit's a little bit boring, so we'll speed this up and then we'll get on to the exciting bit. You can see my lint-free wipes to the left of the screen. I always use these to wipe down my nails with a prep and wipe beforehand. But yeah, this is just the base coat. Base layer is cured on this hand. So now I'm going to use this gel polish. This is in the shade, oh, it's just called Diamond White. It's just like a pure white. But I'm going to switch my tripod over so you can come a little bit closer to me, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do my French tips. Annoyingly, I hadn't pressed record on the first two nails, but never mind. So you can see I'm like basically dotting the nail polish along the top in a straight line. I've just found this the easiest way rather than trying to curve it with this brush, because then I'll go in with a nail art brush. I got these on Amazon. They're just a really fine brush, and it means you can take the curve down the side of your nails a little bit more. I tend to do 2 nails at a time, so I'll paint to cure them, paint to cure them, and then I'll do the thumb last. But yeah, going across the top in a straight line is the easiest way I've found it. And then I just tweak them, like make them a bit neater, take the edges down the edge of my nail with the finer brush. This is me doing the thumbnail here, exactly the same process. When I tried to swipe it across the nail, it was just going super messy and like uncontrollable. So I found the dab effect definitely easier, but you've got to try and make sure there's not too much polish on there because you don't want it to be really thick just at the end of your nail. You can use the little nail art brush to take a little bit of the product off if you need to. And then I just use the top coat. I've just finished painting my left hand. This is what it looks like compared to the right. I'm all right at painting the right hand. I just have to take my time, obviously because I'm not left-handed. But after I've finished painting them, I've done the top coat and everything, I use this prep and wipe because this top coat from Blue Sky is a little bit sticky. It leaves like a bit of a residue, so I just wipe this over and it takes all that stickiness off, and that's them done really. I mean, I think I've probably done them a little bit too thick today, but I'm not really that fussy. Last week I tried to be fussy and tried to do them like really thin, petite, delicate French tips, and it just came off. So I feel like maybe thicker will last a bit better. I'll link all of this stuff down below, but the brush is the main thing that helps you to get down that edge. It's a really fine brush, and you definitely couldn't do it with a brush like this that just comes on the nail varnish. I'm now going to do this other hand, exactly the same process. That took me about 20 minutes, I would say, to do one hand. It does take me a while still. I've only done it, I think this is maybe my 3rd time doing it, possibly 4th. But I like it, and from a distance I think it looks really cute. It kind of looks like I've had my nails done. I noticed the other day in our lounge that our rug is looking a bit grubby. I mean, I can't say I'm surprised because we have had it for a year now, and obviously we have got a porch, but you walk pretty much straight into the lounge through to the kitchen, so every single guest that's come through has walked through here. To be fair though, we thought it would be an absolute nightmare having a white rug, but everyone's very respectful. Everyone walks around the edge of it, but it's still just a little bit grubby. I mean, we have got Sunny as well, so it has seen a few muddy paws. I've kept on top of it with like those little Dr. Beckman stain remover things, like carpet cleaners. But my mum's just dropped around her Vax, and I'm gonna carpet wash it. And I'm ridiculously excited about this. I'm really hoping it comes up like new. I thought let's do it together because I think the dirty water might be quite satisfying. It's not a very big rug, so I don't need to get your hopes up too much, but look, you can see in the camera like how it's looking a bit grubby. I've just pulled it away from the sofa, and then we've got like this sticky thing underneath it so it doesn't move around. But anyway, here she is in all her glory. This is the Vax. My mum's just given me a brief rundown of how to use it, but I've actually used it before at her house. And she dropped around these different solutions actually. I'm going to use just the Vax one that came with the machine. There's even a pre-treatment. I don't think we need that. I don't think it's bad enough for that. I'm just going to use this one. So let's fill it up with the water, with the solution, and get Vax in. It's so loud I can hear it making my neighbour's dog bark, but it's one of those that does washing when you go forward, dry when you pull it back. So that's what I'm seeing here. It like lights up as you go forward, it says wash, as you go back it says dry, and then at the end you can press dry only and it will dry the whole thing. How good is that? There's the water, there's the solution, and then the dirty water is going in there. It's already looking a bit gross, and I've literally only done that bit. Lovely. So this is the clean water that we've got left. And this is what's come out of the rug. I knew it was going to be bad. Didn't think it was going to be that bad. That is disgusting. But the rug's looking lovely, so job well done. I tried with the Hoover lines and then I just couldn't be bothered anymore and I had to do this corner, so that's why that doesn't look the most aesthetic. It's Peloton time, guys. My first ride. Is that for there? Does that fit? Not really. Also, I banged my leg on the edge of my dishwasher earlier and it literally like sliced my leg open. It really hurts. This little sports bra top and these shorts are from Shein. I really like these shorts actually. I might have to get another pair of these for when they're in the wash. They've got like a layer underneath. This sports bra it just feels like not very supportive. I feel like I could have sized down in it. So if you've got any sports bra recommendations, please let me know. So far, I've selected beginner, pop and English. I want one that's like a music one, you know? Maybe they're all music. Maybe I'll start with this one. Leanne's 20-minute beginner ride. Oh, hang on, look, it shows what music. I don't really like any of that music. Hang on. How do I type in like Harry Styles? Here we go, Sabrina Carpenter, that one will do. I can't wait for this background to look a bit nicer. Right, I've got to put my feet in these things. I'm just using my New Balance because I don't actually know what shoes I'm supposed to be wearing. Loading workout. I'm a bit nervous.
What's up, friends? You're here for your 20-minute beginner ride. Cadence is the speed of your legs. Get anywhere 80 to 90 right now. Resistance is controlled with this knob right here. Turn it to the right to make it heavier. Turn it to the left to make it lighter. Press down on the knob if you ever need your legs to set.
It's all happening. You're going well far. Oh, I think there's numbers down the bottom of what I'm doing, not what she's doing. I don't understand. I am sweating. That was harder than I thought it was going to be, but I really enjoyed it. Obviously I'm going to struggle at first because I've never done it before. It felt so much better than just like riding for the sake of it, doing with the music. I really like the way that the instructors talk to you as well. So when you're doing it, she talks about cadence and resistance. Basically figured out that cadence is kind of like the speed your legs are going round, and resistance is controlled by this thing here. So when you like turn that up or down, it feels harder to pedal or easier to pedal. So she tells you like for each bit, you should be in about this amount of cadence, like 80 to 90 cadence. Sometimes I'm in like 75 and struggling. And then the resistance should be in like 35 to 45. So then you've got to put it either up or down. I want to try and stick to doing it 2 to 3 times a week. I don't want to set myself unrealistic goals because I want to keep up with it. I'm so glad that it was fun and not just complete torture. One thing's for certain though, now I definitely need to go and wash my hair. I should have taken my makeup off before I did this as well. Lesson learned for next time. I've left my camera upstairs and I can't be bothered to go and get it, but look at this dinner Josh has just cooked tonight. This looks unbelievable. I really fancy this as well. I've just had a shower, washed my hair, and this is what we're having for dinner. This chicken saltimbocca. Don't ask me what that means. Tagliatelle. I love that it's got the broccoli in it as well. It actually looks like the picture, this one. I can't even lie. This vlog, I'm really struggling to get through the editing of this one. I don't normally feel like this. Normally every Saturday I can smash it out in quite a productive way. Today, for some reason, it feels like my brain is buffering at all times and I just can't get through it. I thought I'd have a little break from editing the vlog and make the thumbnail. So now I've done that, I've got to get back to editing the vlog, and it just feels really long-winded today. And that's not me complaining about this job, it's me complaining about my brain today. I just can't focus. So I've got myself a little snack. I've got one of these little fake Kinder Bueno bars from Aldi. I've got a cup of tea, and while I've been making the thumbnail I've been listening to the Post Malone episode of Call Her Daddy and absolutely loved it. I love both of them. I only recently started listening to Call Her Daddy because of the Call Her Alex documentary. I watched that first and now I'm like going back and listening to the podcast episodes. But anyway, I'm going to end this vlog here, round this one up because I have nothing else happening today. Tomorrow we have friends coming round for a homemade pizza night, so that should be lovely. But for this Saturday, that's me pretty much over and out, having my snacks, finishing my edit, and there's nothing more to report. So thank you very much for watching this week's vlog. If you enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up, and if you made it this far into the vlog, let's leave this emoji in the comments down below and I'll know you're an absolute trooper. Do subscribe to see my future videos, stick around, join the fam. I think next week there may or may not be a renovation style of video coming, which I'm very excited about actually. But anyway, have a lovely week and I'll see you again next Sunday with another little video. Bye guys, love ya.